So welcome back to my channel. I know I've been away. I have a couple of videos filmed. I just need to edit them and post it on my channel, but I'll be doing that this week. So starting with this video, I'm just going to give you this look. I'm actually totally obsessed over Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. That's the palette I've been using like past or since I got it. Pretty much I'm using that palette for every single look, and today I've just created this whole look using the Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. And if you want to see how to create this look, just carry on watching this video. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so every time I post a video you'll get a notification. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and I will be in touch with you with your answers. And I shall see you guys next time, and if you want to see how to create this one, carry on watching the video. Love you. Bye. Hey my lovelies, so there we go. We're gonna start with a bit of a brow carving for this look. So I pretty much did my skincare and my brows off camera for this look just to save some time, because I wanted to show you guys more detailed eye look, like how exactly I'm doing it. So for primer, I've used my Farsali No Blur Pore Primer, and I actually saw Farah's video, and she used this on her eyes too. It's her brand, by the way, so I used it on my eyes too, and it was so good. Actually, I didn't notice a difference. For my foundation, I'm using my current favorite, which is from Huda Beauty. It's their liquid nude illusion liquid foundation, and this is in shade medium, golden medium. And I'm putting a little bit of rose oil, which is from a brand called Bioessence, on my foundation before I blend everything with my foundation brush. And for the foundation brush, I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury foundation contour face sculpt duo brush. I really like this brush because one side is super thick and the other side is super precise, which helps you go into that tiny little corners which sometimes you cannot properly blend with the big brushes. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just blending everything before going with my eye base. And for my eye base, I'm using the same concealer what I used to carve my brow, which is from Heart Candy Life, and it's their full coverage concealer, and this is in shade Extra Light. It's super light, pretty much like white, especially on my skin tone. And I'm blending this with my Sigma 3D precision brush, and I'm making sure it's a nice even layer. There is nowhere the product is not sitting anywhere. To set my eye base, I'm going to use my RCMA no color translucent powder. This is one of my favorite powders to set my eye base because it's so smooth and everything glides on, literally glides on after I set the base with this one. For eye look, we're going to use Dominique Cosmetics Latte Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm picking up the shade Caramel, and I'm going to apply this in my transition. So this is going to be my transition shade, and I'm going really heavy hand on the outer part and going very light as I'm going more towards the inner corner. Now I'm picking up the shade Pumpkin and applying this right below the Caramel to kind of create the gradient and to give that 3D effect. Now I'm just going to pick up the shade, what is the name of the shade, like the blue shade from the palette, and I'm taking this on a wing liner and I'm going to apply this in my crease. So I'm literally just basically putting the product first before I blend anything. So it will literally look like a line in your crease, but then you just need to smooth it out with a pencil brush. Now with another wing liner brush, I'm picking up the dark brown shade from the palette and I'm applying this in between the blue shade. So kind of like giving a illusion it's a bluishy brown kind of thing. So kind of like giving a crease a little bit more depth. And I'm making sure I go back and forward with my brushes to make sure everything is looking nice and smooth. Now I just filled my inner corner and my outer V or inner V with the blue shade to, because that is the main shade I'm using for my eyes. So I applied this on the outer part and in the inner part, and I'm just going in back and forward. As I said, I always go back and forward with my brushes to make sure everything is looking nice and smooth, and if I need to add any more warmth or do anything to make the look the way I wanted. For my like center part of my eyelids, I'm using the shade Macchiato, which is one of my favorite shades from the palette. It's so versatile and it pretty much goes with every look. Even if you just want to apply in your inner corner, just highlight the brow bone, put it in the center of your lid, or even just like put it all over lower lash line. It's amazing shade. I really like this. I'm actually quite curious to try this as my highlighter one day, but let's see. But now I'm just applying this in the center part of my eyes and making sure all the harsh edges are nicely blended and smoothen out with the blue shade 2. So everything looking nice and even. Now I'm just going to clean up my under eyes because I had a bit of a fallout. And for mascara, I'm using my Pretty Vulgar False Eyelash Mascara. This mascara is becoming one of my favorites right now. I don't know, the brush, the wand and everything is kind of like a little bit like mixture of Benefit Roller Lash and Too Faced Better Than Sex. It's pretty good. I really like this mascara. It's super, the wand is super thick. It makes your own lashes look so full and so thick and so luscious. It's amazing. Now I'm just applying the second layer of foundation, but not all over my face. I'm only applying on the area where I think I need it, which is mainly under the eyes because I just had a bit of a fallout, and on my upper lips and around the mouth. And I'm just going to blend this with my foundation brush. Again, I'm using the same foundation brush what I used at the beginning, and I'm making sure everything is looking nice and smooth, and I have the coverage to my liking, exactly the coverage I wanted. And for my concealer, I'm using Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape, and this is in shade light medium, and I'm just applying that in my inner part of my eye and outer part of my eye, and I'm going to take a shade light and I'm going to apply that in the middle of this part where the blank space is, to give a little bit more brightness to that particular area, and everywhere else I use light medium. And as you can see, I'm going pretty nice and smooth, and first thing I'm going to do is to blend everything with my beauty blender, but when it comes to my outer V of my eye, I'm going to go more with the precision brush because I don't want anything going on to my eyeshadow, even though you still have to fix it afterwards a little bit anyway, but still try to be as precise as possible when you're blending your concealers, foundations, whatever. And I'm using my Pro Beauty Blender for this look. This is just a little bit more bigger. To set my face, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty setting powder, and this is in shade Butter, one of my favorites right now. I think I should do a favorite video, like my favorite makeup right now, my current favorite makeup. That could be an idea for next one, I guess. So I'm just setting my face with my Fenty Beauty powder, and I'm making sure I always start with my under eyes first, because as I told you many times before, that is the most problematic area for me. My under eyes creased really quickly, so I have to set them very quick, like super fast. And to set rest of my face, I'm using the same powder, but instead of a beauty blender, I'm picking that up on a more fluffy brush, or you can use any powder brush. This one I received in my BoxyCharm box. I think this is the Luxie ones. Yeah, those are the Luxie ones. So no, actually no, that's not the Luxie one. Oh, I have to check. This is not the Luxie one. It was, I think it was in the March box. Anybody who's Boxy Charm subscriber will know. So but I'll put it in the description box below. It's great, it's really good and really nice powder brush because it's super fluffy and it's really soft. Okay, I'm not going to do any cream contour for this look. I'm just picking up a Fenty Beauty bronzer in shade Shady Biz, and I'm just applying this with my contour brush, which is also a powder brush. You can use different brushes for different use. It doesn't mean if the brush says powder brush, you should only use it for powder. I have many brushes which I just use for contour, to do my powder contour, and it's as smooth as like doing a powder everywhere else. So you can use your one brush for multi-purposes as well. And for the blush, oh by the way, so you guys know this Fenty Beauty new bronzer is amazing. So for blush, I'm using this color from Coverfx palette. Again, I received this palette in my BoxyCharm box, and it's really nice pinkishy shade, like pink but little bit peach tone as well. So it's perfect. It was kind of like a perfect shade for this particular look, because I wanted my cheeks to be very bronzy or anything, just wanted to be a little bit more like a blushy blush kind of thing. For the highlighter, I'm using my Milani Cosmetics highlighter palette, and this one is Rose, I believe, and it's one of the, like in drugstores, apart from Maybelline and L'Oreal ones, this is one of the best ones. Like literally, it's, as you can see how I only applied a very little amount on my brush and it goes the long way. Seriously, it's super pigmented and super duper color. It's so good. I'm actually thinking about doing a full face Milani products. I'm gonna do that very soon. I'm gonna film that very soon, so I'll give you a more clear review about this particular palette then. And now I'm just picking up the dark brown shade and I'm applying this on my lower lash line and blending that out with little bit of a caramel on a pencil brush to make sure everything is looking tip top. I'm not gonna say nice and smooth anymore. So there we go. So I'm just blending all of that out, and I'm also going to apply macchiato on my lower lash line. Ooh, I don't know what I was doing there. I think I had to go and I had to get up and check something, I guess. Because I always film my tutorials when Saiba is taking her nap. So sometimes what happens is if she wakes up or something, I'm just like, oh, I need to do a check. So yeah, I'm applying the macchiato in my inner corner, but now I'm not applying it anything, like I'm not taking it on around my lid. I'm just keeping everything on the lower lash line. And hence the reason I'm using a very defined flat brush. And now I'm going to, I forgot to tell you, because I did that off camera. I applied Huda Beauty lashes in style Scarlet, and I'm just setting my face with the Urban Decay all-nighter makeup setting spray. The bottle looks pretty small because it's the travel size one. I have so many travel size ones because I always feel like I use travel size more, because if I'm traveling I need something more compact. For lip liner, I'm using Perfect by Terry lip liner in shade Rose Contour, which is really nice, very nice pinkishy shade. Absolutely love this shade. And for the lipstick, oh, I'm going to line my lips with the same liner and also going to fill my lips a little bit. For the lipstick, I'm using Manna Kadar's lipstick, and this is like more like a gloss. I always forget the bloody shade for this one. Okay, don't worry, I'll put it in the description box below, but it's definitely from Manna Kadar Cosmetics. I believe it was the first thing I received in my FabFitFun box, like my first FabFitFun box. Since then I had this. Can you imagine? Now I'm just taking everything once again, checking and fixing everything before I completely be happy with this look. Hope you guys like this tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And as usual, have a good day, stay positive, look after yourself, laugh as much as you can. Life is too short to be stressed about things. And I shall see you guys next time. Love you all. Take care. Bye. Mwah.